Do you wish to flee the wrath of God? It's coming, and you do not want to be at ground zero when he judges a place for all the evil that they have done. And I'm afraid that one of the very big evils on America's list of evils is abortion. Judgment is coming, and I don't want any of you in the blast zone. So where do you relocate? Where is a good place to go? I'm glad that you asked that, but let's start with an article that set me off. It's titled, Lawsuit Seeks to Close Nevada Brothels from Las Vegas Review-Journal. And I say good for who? For who? For her. I love my gaffes. I say go get him. But notice that the vast, vast majority of the readers of this article are against making prostitution criminal. As of this writing and my speaking, 78% want prostitution to remain legal in Nevada. 22% want prostitution to be illegal in Nevada. Oh yeah, a nice slice of America. Of course, yes, I know, it is Nevada, but still, I'm not sure how to prepare for the moment when God's wrath falls upon America. Of course, I'm here in Taiwan. You guys are on your own. But I suspect that you should stay away from Nevada and any place that has lots of abortion clinics. Remember that article about abortion deserts? Let's see if I can find that again. Well, I'm not sure if this is the one that I remember reading, but this is a good place to start if you're looking for an abortion desert to live in. And it's titled, Here's How Many Abortion Deserts Exist in America. It's from dailycaller.com from, it looks like May 15th of 2018. Think about living in one of those abortion deserts, and if you are in the Northeast states with the most abortion clinics per capita, think about getting out. And then, as I pulled on this string, I ran into this article titled, Novel Study Identifies 27 Large U.S. Cities as Abortion Deserts, from some place that's ANSIRH. A novel study? Are they studying novels? Well, I wish that the murder of unborn children was novel or a novel, but it isn't. And even though they conducted their research for all the wrong reasons, I am glad that they did it. It gives me hope that there are places in America that God might spare when he sends his wrath upon us. If you wish to live in a large city, live in one of these 27 abortion deserts. If you wish to live in a state that has only one abortion clinic, live in Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, South Dakota, or West Virginia. And when you move to those states, stay away from the abortion clinic, unless you want to help in the protest against it. Something that I would encourage. I believe that abortion is one of the biggest reasons why God will destroy America. Unfortunately, it's not the only one. But notice something about the abortion desert states and those abortion desert cities. There's a lot more morality and ethics in those cities. And then there's a nice infographic on the issue. It's called Abortion Deserts in Infographic.pdf. All of that was good, but not enough, so I looked deeper and found this little gem. JMIR, identifying national availability of abortion care and distance from major U.S. cities, systematic online search. And it's from the Journal of Medical Internet Research. This is the study on those abortion deserts. I find this to be an interesting one since it actually shows where these abortion deserts are. If I was ever forced to go back to the United States, I would live in the abortion deserts mentioned in this article. And from looking at the map in this report, the best places are western North Dakota, western South Dakota, western Nebraska, western Kansas, western Texas, and northeastern Wyoming. There are other bits and patches of America that seem to be abortion-free, and I leave it to your own discretion, but I think that this is an interesting way of looking at relocation. Of course, that north to south swath of America is also pretty dry and very low in population density. And then here's the map that we're talking about. Hopefully I'll be able to throw it up on screen for you. It shows the distance, or it's actually labeled, it shows the distance to the nearest abortion facility in the contiguous United States. And it's from May 2017. And as I look at this map, I'm struck by the Holocaust that's happening. The blue represents industrialized murder on a scale that only Adolf Hitler or the Chinese Communist Party could envision. How dare we be so evil? And what a horrendous thing for us to do, to murder our precious children. Then I looked a little more closely at the tables and diagrams that the research journal talks about. And it actually gives a list, or should I say a table. It's actually table 3. And I want to reproduce some of the results here. This is the list in declining order and distance in miles from the nearest abortion clinic. And the number in parentheses is a kilometer. I hope I can get it up on screen. But anyway, it starts out with Rapid City, South Dakota, 318 miles from the nearest abortion clinic. Then it's Lubbock, Texas, 308. Midland, Texas, 293. Odessa, Texas, 282. Amarillo, Texas, 258. And then it's Casper, Wyoming. San Angelo, Texas, at 204. Bismarck, North Dakota. Laredo, Texas. Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Abilene, Texas. Corpus Christi, Texas. La Crosse, Wisconsin. Springfield, Missouri. Lake Charles, Louisiana. It's 132 miles away. Wichita Falls, Texas. Columbia, Missouri. Evansville, Indiana, 122 miles. St. George, Utah, 121. Manhattan, Kansas, 120. Green Bay, Wisconsin, 119. Pocatello, Idaho, 114. Victoria, Texas, 107. Fort Wayne, Indiana, 106. Owensboro, Kentucky. Dothan, Alabama. And then, at 101 miles away, Chattanooga, Tennessee. These are all cities with between 50 and 325,000 people. And only 5 of those cities are at or above 200,000 people. Number 2 on that list is Lubbock, Texas, and is the largest and more than 300 miles from an abortion clinic. Lubbock, Texas. Sounds really good right about now. So if you want to live in a moderately sized city that is more than 300 miles from an abortion clinic, Lubbock sounds like a good place to be. I just don't know all that much about that place. Is there anyone from Lubbock that can tell me what that place is like? I know that I could probably figure this out from the internet, but I'm not the one that needs to move, at least not yet. Then, CNN produced an awful article moaning about how hard it is for some woman to murder their babies. But it provided a great map, and it's this one. Hopefully you can see it. It may be here, it may be in front of you, it may be whatever. This might be even a better map than the other one that I showed you earlier. See that nice red swath running from top to bottom in the U.S.? That looks like a good place to live and raise your kids. Yes, I see small patches of red goodness elsewhere, but I would want to get as far away from any of that green stuff on this map. Oh, and I have a strong aversion to snow and frigid weather. I have grown to positively hating it after 23 years in Asia. And then here's another link to a great image, and this one is Texas abortion deserts. This time, it's just about Texas. Amarillo, Lubbock, and Odessa, some lovely abortion-free areas. And I noticed that Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Houston, McAllen, and San Antonio are not abortion-free, even though Texas is working hard to make them abortion-free. Good for you, Texas. Then CNN pops up with another helpful chart. This one is a table that adds a few more places to think about. Williston, North Dakota, North Platte, Nebraska, Garden City, Kansas, Marquette, Michigan. And even though Elko, Nevada is just 166 miles from an abortion clinic, it's good to see that there's at least one city in Nevada that is abortion-free. Probably that 22% of people that want brothels to be illegal, they probably live there. Please understand that when God breaks up America, I believe that there's a greater chance for these places to survive. Of course, there might be other reasons why God obliterates some of these cities. I certainly cannot tell you about all the evils of the places that are abortion-free. But I think that when you're looking for safety, a place where goodness might be found, these areas seem like a good place to start looking. Of course, that's America. And there are a lot of you who live elsewhere or are interested in living elsewhere, and this page talks about that. It's called The Legal Status of Abortion Worldwide. It's from Statista. And I found it as I was searching for statistics. Here's the map that it contains. And for those of you who understand geography, better yet, geopolitics, you understand that the countries in red have their own problems. However, there are a few notable countries. Chile, that long, thin strip down the bottom left of South America. Poland, the orange bit in Europe. Philippines, the troubled island southeast of Taiwan. Then there's New Zealand to the east of Australia, even though it has its own problems. Costa Rica. I know that some of you are down there. I've heard good things, and a few bad. There might be other places that I don't know about, and you might have a better idea of these things than I do. And again, I understand that abortion isn't the only issue when it comes to fleeing the wrath of God. But there's something about countries that are horrified by abortion. We want this. Sorry, got all choked up. Then I saw a horrible statistic in my research on this issue, and it's in this report. Abortion is a common experience for U.S. women despite dramatic declines in rates from the Guttmacher Institute. It says that a quarter of all women in the U.S. will be murderers, my words, not theirs, by the time that they are 45. Sometimes they will murder unborn babies more than once. And that is a lot of women who are murderers. Think about that. 25% by the time they're 45. In fact, you can look at everybody who's 45 and above. 25% of them are murderers. Now, remember what I said about how God judges a country. Americans have been saber-rattling at Russia for a long time. And it has gotten so bad that they released a map as a warning. I saw it on Zero Hedge, and the article on Zero Hedge is titled, "For now, we're not threatening anyone. Russian TV lists nuclear targets in the U.S." Notice where the best places are if Russia launches nukes at us. Right in the middle of America. That north to south swath is also free of abortion clinics. Will God use Russia to judge America? I don't know. But I know that God will judge America. And he does use countries, other countries, to do his judging.